All right, here we go. So, excuse me, here's an example of where we want to graph an exponential function. But now this is a transformation of an exponential function. You can see here that the base is 3, and you've got this transformation in the x direction and transformation in the y direction. So we're going to use transformations to graph this thing, right? So we know just from the properties that this basic function, let's call 3 to the x, right? We know that it's going to go through these 3 points, -1 and 1/3, 0, 1, and 1, 3. Okay? Now, what's happening to each one of these 3 points? Well, first of all, notice that this is an upward shift of 4 units. So remember, the x-axis is the horizontal asymptote. So remember, the horizontal asymptote is also affected in the vertical direction. So in this case here, the asymptote is going to move up 4 units. So now we're going to have a vertical asymptote here. Okay? Instead of x equals, instead of y equals 0, it's now going to be at y equals 4. Okay? Now, what happens to these 3 points? Well, we know that the y values are going to move up, so we're going to add 4 to each of the y values, and the x values are going to be shifted to the right 2 units. So all we have to do is add 2 to each of the x values and add 4 to each of the y values. So let's do that. So this is going to become 1, and this is going to become 4 1/3. This is going to become 2, 5. And this is going to become 3, 7. And so now, what happens? 4 1/3 is right here. So 1, 4 1/3 is right here. So 1 and then 4 1/3. Let's say it's about right there. And then 2, 5 is right there. And then 3, 7 is right there. And so now, since we have the asymptote here, it's going to look something like that. All right, that's it.